Yes.
No, I think this is 100% their chance to eliminate Zendaya. I would be interested if they did a full-on love triangle, but if they're just straight up replacing Zendaya, count me out.
Coming up on this week's headlines.
Could Sadie Sink be replacing Zendaya in the new Spider-Man movie? I don't know about all that. Okay. But first, let's dive into the nerdy news and headlines you might have missed throughout the week.
Yes.
Me? We get our first look at live-action Lilo and Stitch, and I'm kind of excited about it for the kids. Yeah, for the kids. Definitely for the kids. It seems like Scream is turning into Fast and the Furious franchise with like bringing back like dead characters, or I don't know how they're gonna make that one work. And finally, we're getting very conflicting reports about John Wick Chapter 5.
My name is Kelsey, and that's Anthony. And this is in case you missed it for the week of March 10th.
A lot of us have been pleading, for the love of God, for Disney to stop making these god-awful, rushed live-action remakes. And it seems like they finally listened.
Maybe.
They released the first trailer for this live-action Lilo and Stitch movie, and it actually looks really great. It's kind of hard not to think they took some pointers from the Paramount Pictures Sonic movie, making it completely animated accurate while giving it a little bit of plot twist so it's not a one-to-one copy. If Little Mermaid would have done this with Flounder and Sebastian, or maybe if Mulan would have actually included Mushu, maybe those films would have been more of an audience hit.
The Scream franchise is reviving yet another iconic character for Scream 7. David Arquette is set to reprise his role as Officer Dewey after being unalived in Scream 5. When Matthew Lillard was set to reprise his role as Stu, I think the fan base was really reinvigorated. And then they said they were bringing back Sydney's half-brother and then Dewey. This just says, hey, we fired the future of our franchise and now we're screwed. So we have to bring back all of our fan favorites. If you're just going to copy the Fast and Furious franchise, at least have it end at 7.
I just want to add, I don't think that I've cared about anything David Arquette has been in since C-Spot Run, or maybe Eight-Legged Freaks.
The WCW Championship?
Don't care. C-Spot Run was a classic.
It was a really good movie.
Anyway,
sorry.
This is why you're behind the camera and not in front of me. Okay, so here's the thing. Spoilers for John Wick 4, in case you haven't seen it after 3 years or something. I don't know. Anyway, spoilers for 4. According to some reports, John Wick 5 is currently in production. If you saw John Wick 4, then you know at the end of the movie he probably didn't, but that's besides the point. Keanu Reeves said he was done playing the character, so what are we doing here? In the spin-off series, The Ballerina, we are going to get a cameo of John Wick, but it's supposed to be set before Chapter 4. Now, you already have a spin-off in the Continental, so please don't ruin this by overdoing it.
Stranger Things star Sadie Sink has been cast in the next Spider-Man movie. Even though the role is still unknown, the fan speculation has been wild, to say the least. Let's break this down. First, the original MJ, Mary Jane, instead of Michelle Jones. Mainly, I assume it's probably because of her red hair. I don't know. And even though I know our MJ forgot about him at the end of No Way Home, next, it's Felicia Hardy's Black Cat.
If it's not Sydney Sweeney, then we don't want it.
And finally, most exciting, fan speculation is Jean Grey? Okay, so are they trying to replace Zendaya? She's hot. Are they getting rid of her?
I don't know. Maybe they'll give us an actual Mary Jane instead of Michelle Jones.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever actually seen them do both at the same time. It's either one. You can't have two MJs.
Wait, didn't we leave off? Well, yeah.
No, I think this is 100% their chance to eliminate Zendaya. Maybe they can't afford her. I don't know, but I don't know why they would get rid of her, because you put them both on the screen and their chemistry is phenomenal. They're going to be losing out here.
I think the most interesting thing that I've seen so far was them saying okay, he meets Mary Jane and they have a thing or whatever, and then event happens or something like that, and Michelle Jones MJ, Zendaya MJ remembers or whatever, and it just becomes some love triangle type thing. That seems about where they're going.
That would be I would watch that.
Why?
Add them both. Because.
Why?
I don't know,
I don't think
because.
we need it.
So, okay, there's reality
I just
TV for
wanna
a
see bad
reason.
guys
People
get
get
beat up.
tired of the same old thing. So, like, I would be interested if they did a full-on love triangle, but if they're just straight up replacing Zendaya, count me out. If it's multiversal, I'll be more forgiving. But if it's not, if it's just the same singular universe and they just are like, yeah, we're done with, the other MJ, we're going to bring in this MJ, I don't want it.
If they, I would rather them make it a multiversal thing than a love triangle thing. Because to be honest with you, I think if I was gonna I would rather see another Spider-Man movie with him punching the same villain in the face again than watch one with dramatic love scenes in it.
That's fair.
Easter egg type deal.
I could see if it was maybe they didn't intend to keep Zendaya long term, and then she got on there and everyone was like, "Please stop, keep her. She's doing a great job." But I get it, but I'm not Sadie Sink isn't that she's not bad or anything, but she's just not phenomenal. And what they got going on right now, and I know he forgot, but who hasn't? Come on. I don't understand why it has to be done. I just thought it was going to be a plot twist. I think Zendaya is going to stay friends with Ned. Parker's going to watch her from across, all longingly, and then they're going to introduce Sadie Sink. Sorry. They're going to introduce Sadie Sink and then Swing. Right.
Merged together.
Right. I think they're going to keep him longing for her, and then they're going to introduce Sadie Sink, and then they're just going to phase her out. She's going to end up moving on with somebody else, and Ned's going to be the only one caught in the middle.
All right. I have a question. How would you guys feel, or how do you guys think the audience would feel if she was literally just a nobody? Just Peter's neighbors or one of his college friends. How do you think that fans will feel? How would you guys feel about that? They're casting this Stranger Things star, and she's there, but she's not really important.
I don't feel like I would mind that because of the Easter eggs sometimes you would see. By no means is she as phenomenal, or no, that's rude. I'm sorry. By no means is she as big as a lot of the other actors and actresses and stuff and whatnot, but I do enjoy seeing movies like, hey, it's that guy. I think that would be okay, too. I wouldn't be offended. I do like Stranger Things, but I'm not going to...
I would assume that there's a fair amount of overlap between people that would sit and watch Stranger Things and also people that watch Marvel movies. Just it kind of seems like that's the same genre of fan. Mm-hmm. So I mean, seeing that person in passing or something like that, I feel like it'd be a decent little fan service, or maybe oh yeah, kind of like what you were saying. Oh, I know that person from that movie. They're there too. But I don't believe that. I don't know. I would have a hard time believing that they would grab somebody that from another series to bring them in just to be a passing character.
Yeah, it's too much of a coincidence. She's probably going to end up with a very major role, and because she's already a redhead, it's not like they're going to dye her a brunette or something like that for the movie, but fair. There's a solid possibility that we're looking at Zendaya's replacement. I think, in my opinion. I don't know
about replacement. I promise. I feel like it's going to be a parallel as opposed to a replacement.
It would be very hard to.
It would be.
Zendaya. I know, she's our MCU MJ, and partly because she is a megastar. And by
our
no
MCU's
means,
what? What's her name stand for?
No, I said she's.
I don't know. What's the name stand for?
She's MJ. She's the MJ.
What's the MJ name?
MJ.
What is
Michelle
it?
Jones.
Oh, so not Mary Jane, right?
Yeah, but
what if it turns out her name's Mary Jane Watson? In the
it is Michelle Jones Watson.
Oh,
that's her name.
Yeah,
Michelle Jones Watson.
right. So what if?
So then you have another. You have a redhead.
What if they're I don't know. I don't.
It could happen. It's not.
I just hope it turns into. I hope it's a multiverse thing.
The way it's lined up, I highly doubt it. They're not gonna. Why is she a redhead? Why her?
See, yeah.
I've already lost faith. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. They're gonna phase her in. I think, in my opinion, I just think it's a dumb move considering they're so stinking cute on the camera. There's no reason to mess with it. Leave it be. It's cute. It's not forced. They're adorable. They're adorable outside of the movie. They're adorable on screen. And then they're going to put this Sadie chick in there. And she's great in Stranger Things. not as the female lead.
I
just don't think that would mesh well with them.
I would rather see another montage of like your web shooters not working or something like that in this movie than see a love triangle thing pop up in the next movie.
If he's not, if his female lead isn't dying in order to further the Spider-Man story, then
what if she turns out to be Gwen though instead of like an MJ?
That would be great.
Would you
and also, I want to counter your part about him being a nerd with this. Not a nerd. Look at this. Here's proof.
Coolest guy out there on the street. This has been In Case You Missed It for the week of March 10th.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Subscribe for more headlines throughout the week, games, and 60-second reviews.